Okay guys, welcome back to another video of 25 Zoom on PokerStars. So last video I done, it got like pretty good feedback on it, I'd say. So yeah, I think I will continue to upload for now and yeah, kind of just see how it goes. So yeah, I'm not gonna really change too much. Gonna make these videos more or less the same, just explaining my thought process, playing a lot of Zoom tables basically. So yeah, just hopefully maybe you guys could learn a thing or two. Not to say that I know too much, because like I'm mainly just like a 25 Zoom or like a 50 Zoom reg, but I've played in these pools for a couple of years now, and I've had like pretty decent success, so yeah, why not? I think uploading will also allow me to be a bit more consistent with my playing, so yeah, just gonna go ahead and do it, why not? It's gonna be value bet in the sevens. Hopefully it's got some random jack. We 3-bet here. This guy cold calls. It's a pretty good board for him. However, I think my hand just wants to bet. Gonna be checking to him now. He can have a lot of cards, say like, he can have like pocket eights and then like king queen, ace queen off. So yeah, we should still be ahead, I'd say. He's went a weird size where it's maybe quite blocky to like check back the river. Like this size doesn't feel very value-y to me, so I think on this card especially he's just gonna call like pocket eights, pocket sevens. I don't think he has too many bluffs, but he didn't want to call this time. With the ace jack, I'm just checking back. And we called twice here with the nines. We'll see what he wants to do on the river. Goes for another bet. Not too sure here, because it feels kind of wrong to just fold. Like he's only repping a queen, pretty much. But I'm not really seeing the bluffs, maybe like a jack 10. I think I'll call it blindless blind, but yeah, I expect to be behind pretty often. Yeah, I'm gonna go small. Just try keeping hands like pocket sevens, maybe like king queens, and now I'll go really small again and maybe induce him. Yeah, I'm not too sure with the nines hand. I think it was checking back here, probably losing, yeah. That nines hand, I should probably fold it, but I kind of felt like for content, maybe just call. But I think it's close either way. Maybe if I'm not recording, I just make the fold. Because the block is like, they're not ideal. Not that I like make all my decisions based on blockers, but you know, sometimes when you're not sure, I think it's fine to think about them a bit. Okay. Be 3-bet and ace 10 here. Queen 6 suited here. Just about fold it. Probably go to open queen 7. Get a cold 4-bet with the ace 10, just folding that. C-bet, ace jack suited. I was kind of hoping for a raise, to be honest. So now we're probably just looking to cool down like all the way. And that's a pretty good card because I don't think he would be raising a set on the flop here. But yeah, it's just like in case he does, it's just less likely now. Here I think you can go for a better check. I'll check this time. And here, I guess we'll check it to him. I guess he's saying he's got some sort of jack X, so maybe let him continue telling that story. This guy just donks here, which it doesn't really feel like a bluff. I mean, not donk. Pretty try to call the turn. I'm just gonna call it, but I don't feel bluff here. Yeah, oh yeah, he did donk, so okay. I don't mind my call there as much. Cool, jack ten suited here. It's gonna be checking. I think he's got too much king X. That's a pretty good card. Now I'll try to get value from queens, jacks, king X. Damn, we actually won with the queen 10. Don't really know what he's got, just a random hand. Here, this hand, I guess I'm just going with it if he shoves. Alright. What do I want to do here? It seems like this guy is very capped. So I am wondering if I can just go all in here. Sort of as like an exploit. Because I don't think I should be behind. So yeah. I think he knows he's capped, so he just has to call there. And he's got like a, I guess a queen blocker that I would bet all my queen jacks in the flop. So. But yeah, this is what I think people on 25 Zoom are sort of thinking about. They're just thinking about like blockers and stuff like this. Like they're worried about getting exploited. So you need to put them in tough spots, I would say. Especially the regs. Here with the ace, queen, I'm just gonna go for like another big bet, call a shove obviously. You can have a lot of like combo draws here. Ace, ace X. So pretty good rotor. Checks back, yeah, I think I'll check again with my 8. He could be checking back better here. And yeah, just gonna be going for shove. The ace queen. I don't know. I feel like he should call right now. I guess maybe he's got a queen. I'm thinking about folding it. I feel like an ace would call by now though. Here this feels close with the 10-8. I would expect like ace queen or ace king to check back flop and then take this line. Damn, he actually nearly folds an ace. Fair play to him. Did not think recreation was gonna fold there, but Guess I'm wrong. I feel like when the board pairs, like, fish just intuitively think that their showdown has improved, so like their hand has improved, so that they'll just cool down pretty liberally when the board pairs. But that guy was, yeah, he had other ideas. We get 3-bet here with ace-8 suited. I'm gonna call just because we're both so deep. It's a pretty good board for my range, but a bit tricky now to play against this. I could go for a raise. I think this is what I would do. I think it's very close. You can call, you can fold, you can raise. I think raising just puts him in a tough spot with like kings, queens, jacks, and if we pick up equity, we can bet again. Here with the 9s, I tried to get value from ace king and ace queen on the turn, so I don't think they're gonna turn themselves into bluffs now. I think like he would think that, oh, maybe I just stabbed 7-8 on the turn or something, so yeah, I'm just gonna be letting this one go. I'm sort of tempted to check raise here with the deuces, but I think his 3-bet is a bit too low, where he's too highly concentrated with like ace king, king queen type hands. There's not going to be enough like bluff c-bets from him, and I don't think he will be folding either once he's hit a pair. Three, 4 with just a gut shot. Here I'm just gonna fold it. Maybe with like backdoor spades I would call. Here this guy's got an 8 v-pip, so I don't really want to 3-bet and then face a 4-bet. I just call. Here normally you'd want to go for like a check or an overbet strategy, I believe, so I don't think I want to be overbetting this one. I will stab the river. This is normally quite overfolded. Not this time though. 6-2 suited, it's a bit too weak, even though people in the blinds are tight. Ace 2 soft against the min raise, I'm not too sure to be honest, but luckily that guy 3-bets, so we don't have to risk making a mistake. I think it's a fold. I think I would have folded even against the min raise, but probably like player dependent. If you think you have like some sort of crazy edge, probably lean towards court. Maybe it's like a fish or a whale, just call it. So you've got them wall draws. Here with the ace queen, I'm just wondering like what's the most I can go that like 9s will fold, you know what I mean? I don't think it's worth it actually. I think I would have to go like 6 or something to guarantee a fold from 9s, because like there's double flush draws, so you can put me on bluffs quite easily. So I'm just gonna check it. Bit nitty, but I don't think it's worth double barreling. And yeah, to be fair, I might have just butchered this hand. Here with the jack is pretty interesting. I think it's close. I'm just gonna fold it. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm just gonna check it. I don't think my line makes much sense here. If I was to bluff the river, I think pockets would cool me down there. Here I'd normally go for the squeeze with king queen, but when we're super deep with this guy, and even the guy on the button being short, I think it becomes less good. So I just call it. Could debate check raise in this, but I think again there's too many natural bluffs here, like 10-9, queen 10, flush draws that even a weak ace might get a bit sticky. I wouldn't mind it though, because you can barrel on like a club on the river, but I don't know. I can see a reg there just calling me down, especially if he has a note on me or something. A9 off, probably just called it. So you gotta put in like one to win like 8 or something, 1 to win 6. Jack 7 off. Pretty close here. I think this guy's like decent reg, so I'll just lean towards the fold. Gonna 3-bet the jacks, bottom right, and defend the queen 7 suited. This is a flop, could definitely lead, so lead is what I'll do. And gonna raise here because there's a well. With the jacks, I think this, even though this guy is quite nitty, I feel like he's gonna size where it's quite ace-kingy. That's just what it feels like to me. And with this guy opening, probably a decent amount of ace-x combos, I don't know. Feels like I gotta get it in, even though this guy is pretty tight. Feels like ace-king, so we're doing good. Ace-queen. If not expecting to get an ace-queen, then normally they'll just cold call. Alright, let's hope to hold. Nice. And here there's a straight on the board, so we're just gonna go pretty big and expect them to be inelastic. Yeah, so he doesn't really care. He would have just called with every hand. 7-9, I believe it went check check. Just gonna be checking again. Got a flush now. Probably would expect this guy to know that this is quite bluffed a lot, so I'm gonna go pretty big here. And I would have expected him to bet a jack or a 10 of hearts at some point, or a queen of hearts. So I can see heroes here from just bare ace-x, because my range is like so wide because it's just checked all the way, so I can have any sort of hand. So yeah, that's cool with the ace. Here with 6-5 suit, I will 3-bet because he's got a very high VPIP. He's a bit short, which makes it worse, but still gonna be fine. We can just adjust our 3-bet size. Jack 9 off, gonna pill 1. It's actually pretty good card for me, I'd say. But I have 30k hands on this guy. I think he's not really gonna allow me to sort of lead and do some crazy stuff on the river. I think I'll just play it pretty simple here. This guy, he donked into us, and he's donked twice now. We got 2 pair. I think there's a lot of stuff we need to get value from, like 10x of spades, 9x of spades. Maybe he's just hit an ace, queen jack, 8-7. So I think I want to go this size and probably avoid a shove. I think if he shoves, I'm just gonna fold, even though it could be some sort of like combo draw. I would expect them to still just call a good amount of the time when they're donking. They're clearly not good. They're not thinking about, like, you know, equity denial and stuff like this. I think they just want to play their hand. Jack deuce suited a bit loose, but this guy looks a bit more passive than average, so just about get away with it. Here, pretty good hand to check raise with. I think he's gonna stab a lot here. He'll probably think this board hits him more. He stabs a really big size. We don't have to check raise like 4x every time out of position. We can still just go to this size and probably achieves the same sort of thing. That's a pretty good card. Just gonna target, maybe he's played ace queen offsuit. He's got a set. Jack X with a heart. So we've got pretty big here. 6s with a heart. We get 4-bet here via a pretty good reg. I'm honestly not too sure what to do here. I'm not sure what his timing was. So I guess I'll just call it. And looks like we're going broke now. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's very hard for him to have a speed. I don't think he would 4-bet jacks in these spots, but who knows. That's a pretty good flop, the ace jack suited. So if we're looking at his 4-bet bluffs, we can see there's ace 5, ace 3. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like king queen suited in there. Here with the ace jack, I might just get it in, to be honest. I don't see how it's a mistake. Wow, we're dominating him. And yeah, just gonna let him bluff like king queen if he wants to. Nice. And hope to hold here. Nice. Could think about 3-betting the king 9 suited up. I'll just go for a call though. This is an interesting flop. He's probably gonna stab it a lot. So I go for a raise here. We have good backdoors. Here I think I just want to continue betting and probably just call a shove, to be honest. It's just what we're going to do. I think there's a lot of flush draws, jack tens, worst queen x, that could all potentially go all in. Got an ace frag here. I'm actually gonna 3-bet bluff here. Gonna size up because it's a bit deeper. Here the ace queen off. Don't really want to call it. We're super deep. I could argue maybe a 4-bet, but again, I'm not too sure if it plays good when we're deep. Would probably rather like a suited hand, so I'll just let it go. King 8 off, just about an open to this lineup. That was maybe a mistake. I was quick to fold, but I didn't see how deep we were there. Like, we were like 300 bigs deep. Should have probably just peeled like my whole 3-betting range, to be honest. But it's sort of just habit there, folding to a 4-bet. The king queen. This guy has a lot of 3-bet blind v blind like bluffs. Like he's got like queen 9 off in there, so you could argue both because like now king queen dominates hands like queen 9, but I think he's got so much junk in there that we're better off just taking the folds. Gonna go for like a cool trick here. Gonna bet like 10% of the pot because I don't want to barrel, I don't want to check fold just yet. So I think this is a good sort of go between. He's snap called, so I don't think he's particularly strong. However, I don't think this hand is strong enough to the point where I want to like bet again and potentially induce him. Like if I bet like 3 big blinds and he raises 20, it's a bit awkward. So we'll check and decide. Goes pot. Pot is, yeah, it's usually a size. We don't want to be calling that too much. So yeah, we'll fold it. Expect him to have a flush, I guess. And we got 4-bet here by this guy, we're super deep, so just gave it a peel, but whiffed. Jack 7 off again, pretty borderline. Doing it because the guy in the small blind is very passive, has a 1% 3-bet. Here with the ace queen off, you can 4-bet this sometimes, but I think these positions are a bit too tight. But I'm sure in theory it wants you to 4-bet bluff that there. Here I think this could even make a good 4-bet, especially when deep, but nah, not gonna. Just gonna play simple. I probably need to look up like deep stacked poker a bit more, but yeah. Here have King 10 suited. I think I'll just about go for squeeze. I was debating between call or squeeze, obviously. This guy's 3-bet is very, very small. So I think it's not really designed where he wants to battle with me with like aces or something. We'll see. Let's go for the call. I guess we'll start out with a C-bet. This could get ugly. Just gonna give it up. I don't know. We could get him to fold like maybe some floated hearts, but gonna check again. I think you could just be checking some sort of middling hand here, like a 7x or a 6. Just about gonna squeeze here. He has a 19 VPIP, but I think 10s is maybe good enough to squeeze in the spot. Apparently not. Got decent equity here, so I'm just gonna bet. Hopefully we can clear like pocket 8s, give ourselves some more outs. Right, so what can we fold here? Not too much, I don't think. Maybe like a ace jack, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna realize here. This went a 10% size. Nah, not gonna mess with him. This is an interesting spot. Not too sure what I want to be doing here. Guess I'll go for a C-bet. Could never be bad. I mean, not a C-bet, like a stab. And this guy checks back. Just be betting big with our flush. And yeah, just gonna be sitting out next orbit. Play these queens. gonna ISO slightly bigger because I have a big hand. So here at the ace 4, I'd maybe check raise if I had a heart, but no heart, I don't think it's good enough. Ace 6 here, this guy's a whale. I think you can do all three. I'm just gonna call it. Try to hit something. We've hit something. With the queens, I expect him to float a lot of hands on this try board, so I'm gonna check to him, and obviously the king is not great. Here with the ace jack, I'm gonna check back and just call the river. Just gonna go pretty big here. This guy was a very small size. I'm a bit scared of him checking back the river, but I think I would rather give him the chance to bluff. Here I'm just gonna value bet small. He had 2 pair, he was a bit hesitant to value bet for some reason. 3-6, so yeah. I think he has too many bluffs. Well, I mean he is through on the river, but as you can see from his range there, like, he's floating a lot of hands, so yeah, probably best to check it over to him. But yeah, that's gonna be the session for today. I think I won like probably like 4 buy-ins, so yeah, that was good. Alright. See you guys in the next video.